Hey guys, and welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. It's great to be with you guys here on the show. It's been a little of a fun week, getting ready for midterms next week. So, been a lot of studying and doing a show, and then getting off to bed, and then have more studying to do tomorrow. The test is actually on the 18th, so been doing a lot of studying. All right. So again, if this is your very first time here, I want to say thank you and welcome. If you're coming back, I want to say welcome back. It's always great to have you here. If you have not checked out believemeachieve.com, what are you waiting for? Go check that out after the show is over. You can get my short form content, long form content, articles, reels, and so much more. Oh, and by the way, I've got my tea here, but you guys can get whatever you like, whether it's water, whether it's tea, fruit, or what have you. And come on back to the show. All right, guys, let's kick this off. All right. So this is Inspirations for Your Life. It's Series 5, Show 11, and it's episode number 4. It's all about the master topic, owning your power, intentional choices, and daily momentum. So um, today, Tuesday, we're talking about focus, prioritization, and decision clarity. Who am I? Sure. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student, passionate lifelong learner, and pretty soon a published author. So really excited about that. So tonight I'm diving into focus, prioritization, and decision clarity. How to take control of your energy, eliminate distractions, and convert daily effort into unstoppable forward momentum. Every point here is to get you to sharpen your mind, strengthen your habits, and maximize the results. All right. Number one, focus directs energy to key tasks. So, what we focus on, we bring about. Focus is like a laser beam. It concentrates your effort on what actually moves the needle, what's going to get you to the next point in your life. Avoid splitting attention. Energy invested in the right place compounds faster than scattered effort. And I think that's something a lot of people don't realize, but it's the truth. This tea is really good. It's very hot. Number two, prioritization maximizes impact. Not all tasks are equal. Prioritizing high leverage actions ensure you're making decisions that lead to meaningful progress. So the whole goal is not to get yourself frustrated, but I get how that can happen where, you're wanting it to be tomorrow, but tomorrow doesn't seem to be coming quick enough for you, right? So that happens. Number three. Number three is clarifying simplifies tough decisions. When we get clarity, we take things that are complicated and we make them easier. When you clearly know what matters, that choices become easier for you. Clarity reduces hesitation and eliminates unnecessary stress. Avoid mental clutter, guys. Number 4, avoid mental clutter because mental clutter sort of accumulates when we're not paying attention and then we never take out the trash, right? So distractions, overthinking, and unnecessary tasks cloud our judgment. And sometimes it gets so clouded, we don't even realize that it is clouded, just that we get frustrated. So clear your mind to see the path forward. Do some breathing exercises like we talked about. We have the 4-2-6. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. Do that a couple times. And so take a walk, be mindful of things around you. Notice things. Number 5, attention management amplifies the results. Yes, it does, guys. Managing where your attention goes is a superpower. Yeah. Decide intentionally what you consume, read, and respond to. And I think those are important things that a lot of people just don't realize that we have to respond to those things. So, number 6, guys, single task focus improves execution. I know people talk about multitasking and it's so great, but it's actually not great. It actually causes you to be stripped and you're like all over the place and you're not really giving one thing true, vision, if you will. So multitasking reduces efficiency. If you didn't know that, people that do chatting all the time online, like, you work for a company and they want you to chat with 4 or 5 windows, that's like nonsense. Okay. So commit to one task at one time to finish faster and with high quality. Even though I have lots of things on my agenda to do, I focus on one task. I have the other things to do, but I take one task at a time. I finish that task and I move on to the next task. Number 7, guys, prioritize action compounds success. So when we prioritize what's important to us in our life, that makes a real difference for us. And we can see the needle move, but we also can get happy with how we're seeing the changes. So, number 7, prioritize action compounds success daily. Daily prioritized steps build momentum. Small actions consistently executed generate exponential results over time. Over time. So, number 8, guys, clarity reduces hesitation. Yep, it does. When we get clear, we don't have that fog. We don't have that haze. When you know your objectives, second guessing disappears and you move faster, decisively, and with confidence. You don't feel like you're stuck in the weeds or you're in the clouds and not realizing what's going on. So, number 9, guys, is focus. Focus strengthens discipline. I know sometimes you're like, John, I can't focus. I'm so tired. I'm so this. Well, focus what you have to focus on, and then you can take that rest or take that rest you need. But realize everything in life is truly about focus. It is about focus. And if we can understand focus, then the rest of our life seems to become, well, becomes a lot easier for us. And the tasks that we're doing sort of just happen. I don't want to say they happen by themselves, but they happen with a lot less effort on us. And I think that's a really important thing to understand is they happen with that concept that they just sort of flow in our lives, right? I think that's an important thing that a lot of people like they just don't get why that happens. And so when we focus, we are not distracted. Okay, we don't have to keep re-listening, re-seeing, or re-pay attention to something because we're noticing it the first time, right? If somebody's talking to you and you're not paying attention, you have to get them to repeat themselves, or you have to get someone else to repeat what they said, right? Maybe you're in a class, maybe in school, and maybe you're not paying attention. When you're not paying attention, well, you got to have somebody repeat that, right? Discipline isn't about punishment, guys. It's about building the habit of returning to your priorities, even when it's hard. I know that priorities sometimes seem hard. I know they don't always seem like there's a rainbow there, okay? Because let's face it, sometimes challenges can be a little grueling, but the rewards from that are amazing. Number 10, guys, daily alignment with your goals accelerates progress. Every morning, review what truly matters. Aligning your day to your top goals ensures cumulative advancement, right? But you have to check in on yourself. You have to do that. Number 11, guys, prioritization prevents wasted effort. Focusing on low task leads to exhaustion. Prioritize to save energy and increase output. Yeah. So we focus, we use less energy, and we get more done. We're more efficient. We're less tired. Number 12, guys, clear objectives guide our behavior. Set measurable targets. Clarity in what you aim for directs all your actions and your choices. Number 13, avoid reactive decisions. We've talked about this before with the fire and with other things. You know, when we are reactive, we sometimes make the wrong decision and we unfortunately burn more energy than we need to. And we also have to start all over again. So reaction leads to errors and wasted energy. Pause, reflect, and respond intentionally. Or what I like to say is pause and respond because you're proactive, not because you're reactive. Number 14, guys. Number 14. Mental clarity improves judgment. It improves judgment. So our mental clarity gets us to be on page with what we're trying to work on. Calm, focused thinking produces better decisions than frantic multitasking. I know multitasking sounds like, the be all end all and the bee's knees, but the truth of the matter is it wastes so much of your energy. So much. And then you're like saying, oh my gosh, like, how am I even going to start? Where am I going to end? Or, what am I going to work on? I mean, it gets so daunting. Number 15, focus, guys, enhances creativity. When your mind is directed and it's undistracted, creative solutions emerge naturally. Number 16, prioritization ensures meaningful output. Meaningful output when we prioritize. Consciously choose tasks that contribute to your results. Work for effect, not busy. So I know a lot of people in life, guys, that they say they're busy and they put a lot of effort into making people think that they are just so busy because busy means success. Wrong. That is a misnomer. Being busy does not mean success. Busy means that you're busy. But if you're not doing the right actions, if you're not aligned with what's going to help move the needle, what good is being busy? I'll give you an example. I remember around the COVID time, which you remember was not too long ago, a few years ago. I remember at that time using an automated calendar. Okay, starting to use an automated calendar. I have one now, but I started using it. And I had been online with this one networking group. I'm not going to mention the name. But anyway, this group was something that was supposed to be very helpful. Okay. And I will tell you that this group didn't do anything for me. And the person who ran the group was okay, but he was the only one making any money off of this group. Even though a lot of what he did was for free, there was still parts of it he was trying to charge people and and pay for a premium and get exposure and stuff. And then they tried to set people up with these, like, I don't know, let's say these 30-minute calls. And you're supposed to take so much time for you and then so much time for them. And the problem with this was I set up this time on my calendar. Okay. And so it made it very easy for somebody to jump on my calendar and basically get scheduled for a Zoom call. But what I didn't realize in the beginning was I was opening up my calendar for hours and just letting anything. And I'm like, oh, wow, what happened to my week? What happened to my month? It got eaten up by all this like stupid nonsense, busy time. And that's when I realized that I have to work harder to make sure my schedule does not get filled with things that are not productive. So let's talk about this a minute. So, what I typically do, unless it's something I want to meet with, so people who want to get on my calendar, even for podcast pre chats, it's 15 or 30 minutes. That's it. Nobody gets more than that. If they want more than that, they have to request it. And I have to see that it's duly necessary. And then I will pick one of the three times they picked. If not, I just basically I reject that. And I tell people you can only book a 15 or 30-minute chat with me. If you want to pay for my time, great. Then you could book more time. And so I realized that people were just getting on the phone and trying to set up. But the thing is, the people I was connecting with, they were not in alignment with what I wanted and what I needed. Of course, during COVID, I mean, it was something to do, right? It was something busy. But this busyness didn't really help me. It just tired me out. And I'm like, gee, where did my day go? I'm busy, but I didn't get profitable from being busy, from getting my calendar filled up. So I said, I got to change that. Number 17, guys. Clarity highlights critical steps. See what is essential. Identify the actions that actually create leverage in your life. And don't be afraid to audit your life because that's important. Um, it's really important to understand that. And I know a lot of you are saying to me, hey, John, you know, I don't get what you're talking about. All I know is I try to keep my life busy. And so keeping your life busy, if it's not aligned with things that are going to move your needle, that's going to help you be successful, guess what happens? You get frustrated. You're like, what happened all this time? What happened to everything I planned? Well, you just let people get on your calendar and you didn't put time in there for yourself. So then I realized that not only did I need to put time in there for myself, so that would be used, right, for myself, but also I need to make sure buffers were in there so I had time to get from appointment to appointment if it was like not online. But also I had to make sure that there was only so many half-hour appointments in their week, so it wasn't gonna, like, take away from what I needed to do during the week. I think that was a big eye opener for me that, going online and creating this automated calendar was great, but then I'm like, I'm meeting with 15 people, and I'm like, and all these people I'm meeting with, there is no direct alignment. They didn't need, want, or even have the money to afford my products or services. And I remember one person that I actually got business from, and it wasn't business that I got paid for. I actually donated time to help him create a marketing piece for his LinkedIn page. And I remember doing this, and I remember, unfortunately, he passed away, which I was really saddened about. He owned a water company, like he did, like was one of these agents for like a water company. And I remember just thinking about this and thinking about how a lot of these people on there, they just kind of they push. I had another lady that she connected with me, and then she sent me a gift, and I said thank you. After she sent me the gift, what did she keep doing? She kept following up with me, saying, "Oh, gee, how do you like this? How do you like that?" Like, it's one thing to send a gift, but then enough's enough, right? Don't keep following up with me every day. I mean, that's a real problem. I think a lot of people don't understand that message, and they don't get why it happens. They think that they're trying to be nice, but really what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to drop your guard. And so I get people a lot of times, sending me a message on our scheduling line, and the first thing I say, "Gee, I appreciate you reaching out. Um, are you looking to book a service call, or did you have a question about our services or products?" "Oh no, I just want to talk about tech." Well, sorry, we don't do that for free. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. I think a lot of people, when you tell them that, they get a little bit disillusioned. So what I say to them is, "Hey, look, what do you do for a living? Oh, you're an accountant. Great. So do you work for free?" "Oh, no, no, no." "Well, I don't either." And then when you parent like that, they suddenly are like, oh, like they just figured they were getting one over on you so they could just do whatever they want. And I think that's a problem for a lot of people. They don't realize what that's like until you frame it back into their own window. Number 18, guys, mindful focus prevents distractions. Notice when your attention drifts, bring it back to the task at hand immediately. Don't wait a half hour. Don't wait 2 hours. All right. Do it immediately and do it gracefully. So if you could bring it over, I mean, it's not abrupt. "Oh, I'm off track. Okay, let's just get back on track again. Let's get back on track. Oh, getting off. Let's get back on track." Number 19, attention sharpens strategy. Okay. Focus isn't just action, guys, it's intellectual insight. Paying attention to patterns and results informs better strategy. I've learned patterns are key, not just in technology, but even our life. When we start to realize that patterns help us identify the steps we should take or not take because of something that's going on. This is what insurance companies do. They look for patterns to decide whether they're going to insure somebody or not insure somebody. I mean, that's pretty cool. Okay. So patterns are here to help us recognize something that we either want to move forward with or we don't. Number 20, guys, decision clarity builds confidence. So when we have clarity about our decisions, well, we suddenly have this instinct for confidence. That's pretty powerful, guys. That is extremely, extremely powerful. So clear, intentional decisions reduce doubt. Intentional decisions reduce doubt. And guys, they reduce anxiety. When we get clear about what we want in life, our anxiety drops, our frustration drops, and we keep looking and focusing on what we want. And the things that we want that were there before that didn't show up in our life weren't coming into our life because we weren't focused on them. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So when we focus on something, we put attention on it, it's like right there for the taking. But if we're always focusing on, oh, this isn't going right, I'm never going to get this way, this is a problem, well, then you're going to just keep getting more of that in your life. And a lot of people like talk, so John, you don't understand. No, I understand perfectly. I understand that you want to get to Z, but you're constantly making excuses for yourself. And then when somebody tries to tell you, you try to badmouth them. I'm just being honest, guys. Number 21, focused work increases momentum. Consistent, undistracted effort is the key to forward momentum. Momentum compounds over the days, the weeks, and the months. So that actually compounds over the microseconds, the seconds, the minutes, the hours, the quarter days, the half days, the full days, the 24 hours, the 48 hours, the 72 hours, the whole weeks, the months, the quarters, the half years, and the full years. And so when we get serious about prioritizing what we want, something interesting happens. We get it. Now, in the beginning, we have some push and pull because we're like, oh, this isn't right. This isn't comfortable. Well, I said to you, success happens in the area that's uncomfortable. I didn't say painful, I said uncomfortable. So, number 22, guys, is prioritization aligns actions with values. Every task should reflect your personal and your professional priorities. Avoid work that doesn't match your vision, even if it's something other people told you to do. Get out of it. Because if you don't like what you do, you're going to hate your job. Number 23, clarity strengthens long term vision. Clarity is important, guys. Keep the big picture in mind. Clear understandings of your desired outcome direct the daily execution. Number 24, avoid non essential commitments. Saying yes to everything fragments your energy. Protect your focus by declining low value obligations. And you don't have to feel bad that you're choosing not to participate in them. Number 25, guys, focused execution multiplies results. So when we're focused, we're more efficient, okay? And we're like a laser beam. And if you know how a laser beam works, you pinpoint a laser beam, okay? Goes right where it is. Again, I'm going to give an example. There was a movie on. It was, I think it was Weird Science. Without to get the whole thing in the movie. So there was a movie about this basically these kids there at a school. I think it was either Princeton or Yale. And well, one time they took the science experiment and they made their whole dorm floor frozen so people could like kind of skate on it. It was kind of weird. And then the professor that they were working with, let's just say he wasn't the most respectful person. He was all about money, but he wasn't respectful. So the students realized that they were getting abused by this professor. So what did they do? Very simple. They went to his house and they put a whole bunch of popcorn kernels in his house. They reprogrammed the trajectory of where this laser beam was going to, let's say, beam. And when it went to beam down, it beamed down right on his house. And within a matter of minutes, his whole house overflowed with popcorn. My point is they got that so precise that it caused the kernels to just pop. A laser beam is that precise. If we're that precise, we get results. Action, guys, is a multiplier of knowledge. Okay. Action is a multiplier of knowledge. So clarity without execution, it's just wasted potential. It's frustration. It's not going anywhere. In fact, if anything, it'll keep you stagnant or it'll get you to go backwards. Number 26, guys, routines maintain consistency. Some routines are good, but I don't say your whole life should be a routine, right? But some routines are good, like when you get up in the morning, things you do. Structure your day around key priorities. Routines reinforce habits and keep momentum alive in your life. Number 27, awareness of energy drains and it protects productivity. Okay. Recognize people, tasks, and habits that sap your energy. Now, they might not be obvious right away, but be aware of people that make you feel tired, that drain you, that whenever you're around them, you never have time to do what you want to do. Remove or mitigate them deliberately. You don't have to be nasty about it, just remove them from your life. Number 28, guys. Clarity directs daily habits. Decide in advance which actions are non negotiable. Daily discipline builds compound advantage, like the compound interest we talked about in your bank account. Number 29, focused effort compounds achievement, like the money in your bank account. Small, consistent effort in the right direction accumulates into remarkable outcomes. But it doesn't happen the first time you do it. So if you do it one time, like, oh, it didn't happen. Right, you just did it the first time. There's usually a little bit of a learning curve. But the good news is, once you start getting it, you want to keep working at it. That's how I am in my studies. Like going over some things right now with addition and subtraction. Now, I don't mean addition and subtraction the way we would normally do it, but addition and subtraction with hex and also binary numbers. And it's fun to do this. A lot of fun. And solving it is really a great sense of accomplishment that you get. Number 30, guys, prioritization plus clarity, P plus C, equals unstoppable efficiency. So P plus C, prioritization plus clarity equals unstoppable efficiency. Combine intentional choices with clear understanding, and every day becomes a step toward mastery and influence. Ladies and gentlemen, please do check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, of course, inspiring creations. I'll get you guys real soon. Remember, guys, priority and consistency. And let's make your success a reality. Take care, everyone, and be well.